fuck is up, everybody? Welcome back to DFW Metal Mayhem, the most brutal podcast in the Metroplex. And today is 1 week away from the biggest metal fest of our scene. And I'm here with the man who puts it all together, fucking Joseph Cabrera.
What's up? Again. Hell yeah.
DMS Promotions. How you doing, buddy?
Doing good. How about yourself?
Doing good, man. I'm fucking excited. We got Pitbull's meeting, like, right after this. We'll see what that's about. But, dude, this is the fifth year. Yeah. Fifth year.
We skipped 1 year, remember? We skipped 1 year, kind of.
Yeah, 2017 was the year that was skipped, right?
Yeah.
I was like, I remember that because we didn't play because we just formed.
Yeah.
Yep. And it was like, oh, no one played it. Well, man, let's, take it all back to day one. Like, what got you started doing the Deep Ellum Metal Fest?
For those that don't know me, who may be watching this, I've been working in Deep Ellum for a little over 7 years now, and you always notice different festivals, the Jazz Festival, Deep Ellum Jazz Festival, or Deep Ellum Arts Festival, and those festivals always tend to exclude the heavier bands in the scene, Yeah. They might have some metal bands on there that, you know what I'm saying, I call them radio rock. No disrespect, because a lot of them are talented. But,
yeah.
But they always exclude death metal, thrash metal, the heavier bands.
The extremes.
So I decided, maybe we should do a festival where we include the other genres that aren't included in other festivals.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool, It was meant to be a one-time thing, I think, and the first one was popular. Then over the years, it got more popular and popular. Mm-hmm. So I'm very proud of it because, like I said, every genre is included, especially the heavier bands,
Yeah.
which we are always overlooked, death metal, thrash, it's not a good draw. We don't want to deal with that, according to some radio owners and managers. Yeah,
and that and the one thing I always hear about is original bands don't draw. As in Hat Tricks, for example. Great venue in Louisville. It's a fantastic venue in Louisville. Electric Vengeance has played there a couple of times, but the thing about that place is that it is strictly cover bands. And his logic, and the owner's logic behind it, because I talked to them about it over Facebook, and he was like, look, man, it's just no original band sells, brings people in. And immediately in my head, I'm like, this dude wasn't at Dead Rising's last show. This dude wasn't at Demon Seed's CD release show at the Rail Club. He wasn't at Deep Ellum Metal Fest when fucking I Am Destruction packed the entire rooftop where you couldn't move. We played at 8:30 last year. We were the first band on, and we had arenas packed, almost like when Embalmed came back, in July of 2017. We probably had about the same number of people, and that was 8:30. So I kind of get where you're coming from. It seems as if a lot of people overlook kind of the local scene in general.
Or stereotype also, because I've also heard we don't want that kind of crowd here because we don't want to mess up our venue. I'm like, dude, metalheads in DFW are the most respectful. We may look grungy. We may have an exploding vagina shirt from Interment on, but
yeah,
but we're the nicest people. We are very respectful,
we all come from different backgrounds, dude. Look at Stephen Mashburn is super health nut and crazy workout enthusiast, crazy shit lord. Jeremiah is. Jeremiah's almost the exact same way, except he's just long gingery hair. But fucking look at me and Nathan. We're fucking dorks. We play Dungeons and Dragons. I play once a fucking week. I play the fucking Pokemon card game on my fucking computer. I'm a fucking nerd. I have fucking Godzilla figures.
I'm a wrestling nerd, so don't feel
exactly. That's why I did the fucking thing. I didn't know who your favorite wrestler was, but I'm just hey, everyone likes Stone Cold.
Oh yeah.
So there, it's like the big three that you can never go wrong with. Or not the big four. The big four you can never go wrong with, but people who they always like no matter what was The Undertaker, The Rock, Stone Cold, and Mick Foley.
That's a good song you chose because when I drive to Deep Ellum on my way to work or a show, I had that theme song playing, sometimes,
Dude,
pumps me up.
Growing up, Raw's War was my shit. I don't know. To me, watching the Mankind Rock the Rock match where Mankind won the heavyweight title was probably like the most satisfying thing I think I've ever watched on television, because he was a guy who always got beat up, and like, you know, if you like watched the episodes prior to that match, there was like a lot of people like giving Mankind shit in the organization. It was written that way, where like they would fuck with them and like everyone would be against them and all that shit. You had people like Vince McMahon on the Rock side. I think like D-Generation X was kind of like playing like some weird fodder thing. I think Stone Cold came out that night during their match too, and it was fucking crazy. It was like one of the most wildest TV experiences ever, and I was like 6 or 7. It was insane.
Those are good times, actually.
Yes, it was, dude. Because that happened after he got fucking thrown through the fucking Hell in a Cell.
Yeah.
And got pushed off. And like wasn't his tooth like in his fucking nostril?
Something. I know he said he was dead for like at least a few minutes, or he was unconscious or whatever. Like he woke up not knowing what was going on, I think.
But that's why people loved him, dude.
Yeah.
It was crazy. And I don't know. I kind of feel like the Scene is kind of like that Mick Foley character. Like, no matter what you do, no matter what venues close down, no matter what happens, shit fucking blows up or whatever, there's always gonna be us. Like, you know, we get kicked off the fucking cage, we get back up, you know? And I know a lot of people were upset about the Curtain Club. And I was trying to emphasize for the fact, like, look, I can say it right here for the episode, because I think a lot of people misunderstood what I said when I was talking about it initially. The Curtain Club is a great club. It is. I like it. But the thing is that if you want to, back when you were at Reno's, at the high time of Reno's, and when Whitson was, you know, still doing Whitson, and they still are, you know, you had 3 links just busting out punk shows. Like, if you compared the shows that were going on at Curtain Club compared to what was going on at Reno's or Whitson, Curtain Club wasn't really getting the better shows. People weren't going there compared to Reno's or Whitson. And what I was trying to emphasize with people,
metal-wise, I mean, they have some good shows, but
yeah, no, of course, but like, I mean, for like us, like, you know, there wasn't, you know, if you could just like compare like what was going on that night versus what was going on at Reno's or Whitson, you know, a lot of people were choosing Reno's or Whitson or just walking back and forth. And what I was trying to emphasize to people is the reason why that was because the Scene is people. The Scene isn't buildings. You know, Joe's Garage is a monument, but the thing is that it's no more. But the thing is that all the people that went to Joe's Garage are still going to shows, and they're still supporting bands. And so I was trying to tell people, where do you move the Scene? The Scene can be wherever the fuck it wants to be, as long as the people go to it. Like, if we all of a sudden that Lola's Saloon just put on fucking great shows, and we kept going to Lola's Saloon, that's a spot for the Scene now, just because we're there. That's what I was trying to tell people. It's people, not buildings.
I used to hate going to Fort Worth all the time, you know. A, because I drink a lot, and I don't want to drive from Oak Cliff to Fort Worth or Fort Worth and back or whatever. Yeah. But now, Fort Worth's my favorite place because of Justin and Tomcats, you know.
Yeah,
like,
dude. Fucking
so, like, it's the same people, like you say, like, you know.
Yeah.
And now, you know, that's like pretty much home for, you know, metal there at Tomcats and as Whitson or whatever, you know, so.
Yeah. I mean, 3 Links has always put out...
People are going to go. They're traveling now, and I realize that. Like, oh, okay, cool. People are traveling to Fort Worth, you know? That's pretty awesome.
And I mean, like, you know, some of the Pitbulls went to fucking Oklahoma City recently to go see Demon Sea and a couple other bands.
That's awesome, yeah.
And, you know, I went out to Building Temples of Death in Houston. You know, like, that was October last year. So I was just trying to emphasize people that the Scene is us. We decide what places are putting on the shows we want to see. The promoters that we want to work with and where they're at, that's where we go to. That's where we flock to. Because places are going to come and go. Yeah. Like, Ruins is one of the places in the Metal Fest this year. And Ruins is on the fucking upcoming. I saw a Bearing TCD release show there. It was fucking phenomenal. Great venue, good sound. Alcohol's a little expensive, but, you know, we're spoiled by the fact that Reno's and Whitson comparably is just so dirt cheap. Yeah. You know what I mean? So...
But however, if you're in the Ruins area for Metal Fests, drink there, of course. You know.
Yeah, of course.
But also behind Ruins is Trinity Cider. It's a new place, very awesome. I tried it out last week, and they're giving out a discount to people with Metal Fest wristbands. So go there. It's ciders, but hey, we all love ciders. You know, some of us do at least. You know. Yeah. It's a great place. You know, very friendly staff, and
this is just what and all these sponsors just come from the fact that you've just been in Deep Ellum forever. You know, like half
That
the
or
fucking
you
crowd.
know, or I'm at a bar and I start talking to somebody like, hey, I work at so and so. I'm like, okay, cool.
You know what I've always wanted to try? That fucking blue drink. Where is it at? The is it like the
Oh,
Nines?
the Nines, yeah.
Oh god, what the fuck is that? It looks so good.
It's like Gatorade type drink.
Oh, dude.
It really is. It's made of Gatorade actually, and
Oh my god.
it's real good.
I drunk in electrolytes.
Yeah.
So we have a massive fucking lineup. You know, a lot of people are a good grip of people were a little upset because, you know, we kind of overlooked the fact that, oh fuck, hypocrisy is on on the same day as day one. But day one is still pretty fucking stacked.
I think it's still going to be good.
Oh yeah, of course.
For example, Crop Dust, you know, they told me we sold all our tickets. They picked up like 70 tickets. That's one band alone, so.
Good God.
At wit's end, so. Like, the big return of Crop Dust, that's going to be like, one thing here was going to, you know, we're not going to hypocrisy.
Yeah.
They're going to be.
Yeah, you have 70 people that are committed to go see Crop Dust.
Yeah.
And I mean, those 70 people are also probably going to be walking around the other venues because, if you buy a ticket for day one, that gets you in all the venues on day one. If you buy a ticket on day two, you get all the venues on day two. The question is, however, is that if a person did buy a ticket on either or, where can they go to, like, I don't know, get like we were talking about it at the meeting, where like there'd be like you can go to a booth and get like a pass or something.
Yeah, there's going to be like a table at wit's end.
Okay.
It could change. It might be Curtain Club, but
okay.
As of right now, it's wit's end. And, you know, go to a door person or look for the DMS table, as I call it, the one where we sell the Deep Ellum Metal Fest shirts.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully David Campos, Tom said this, like, he has them ready on time.
Okay.
But,
I'll talk to him about it today.
Yeah, so, like, go there, tell them you're interested in a second day pass, and we'll give it to you at a discounted price. Like I said, I'm not trying to be greedy, like, you know, everyone always thinks promoters are greedy, you know, that's like a bad stereotype or whatever. And some are, I'll admit it. So if you notice, I'm selling tickets dirt cheap, you know?
Yeah.
Or we're selling tickets dirt cheap. We're doing deals here and there.
And you're compensating bands really well for the ticket sales.
And not only that, like if someone comes up to me, hey, I need to buy tickets off you, Crop Dust, or, you know, I had one guy say your band yesterday.
Yeah.
They said, I'm here to, Billy referred me to you or whatever. I'm like, okay, cool. Guess what? Your band's getting credit for that. You're going to get a cut from that.
Yeah.
So I'm not keeping everything, you know.
We got paid like over $160. Like, and we were an 8:30 band. We sold I think we sold 15 or 20 tickets. But we sold all of our tickets that we got. And, you know, for the Metal Fest, the guys and I have agreed that we don't try to sell a lot of the tickets because, not ask for like 50 like we did because we just got done selling for DRI. And, you know, I didn't want to like just like antagonize people like, oh, hey, look, more tickets. You know, that's why like when I do ticket sales, they're very few and far between. But for this, we want to do it. And even Kenny's like selling tickets for Silo, like on the side. You know, he's like, I hope it's not a problem. Like, what the fuck? No. Dude, you're coming from fucking Texarkana. You need all the fucking shit you can get, dude. God damn. That's like a 3.5 hour drive.
And I don't force people to like sell tickets. You know, like other promoters are like, you must sell 50, 100. I'm like, sell what you can. If you can't, cool. If you can't, understand.
I mean, like, approximately, I think, like, how many bands do you think are selling tickets out of all the bands playing?
I think at least 20. At least.
Yeah, I mean, shit, dude. And I mean, like, most of them at least have asked for like, at least 15 or 20 to sell.
Oh, yeah.
And with fucking Crop Dust selling 70, I mean, God, yeah, dude, it's not a problem at all. But the thing that makes this year a little bit more interesting than the past years, not only the lineup, because you brought in a lot of fucking talent that a lot of people recommended. Like, I was yelling to the skies for Architectural Genocide because they are ridiculously good. And I think they're brand new. I think they formed either 2018 or late 2017, but those guys fucking slap. Saw them at Building Tipples from Death, bought their demo.
I heard about the performance there, so like, you know what? Let's get these guys.
Oh yeah, no, dude. I like that festival. Like gave any promoter that went there just to go, got a fucking bucket list of fucking bands that I would fucking talk to in the future. It was phenomenal. But dribbling back real quick. What makes this a little bit more special though is that this is the first time that there is like a DMS championship.
Yes.
Go into that.
Okay, so my goal when I do shows, I always want to put Dallas on the map somehow, you know, and make it stand out. You know, whenever I do a show, there's always a little extra spice to it or kick to it. You know, it's not just bands playing. You're seeing an actual show. The venue I'm at, that's my wrestling ring. You know, I'm Vince McMahon there, or Paul Heyman, or whoever. So I'm going to try to make everybody entertained as much as possible.
Yeah.
Get people talking. A lot of people come up to me every once in a while. Hey, Cabrera, I like what you do. You know, you kind of add that WWE type, situations into your
I'm not even a fan of it anymore, but like I enjoy it because there's because it makes it a little bit vibrant, it makes it different. It makes it stand out on its own. I kind of like the little mantras that like the little squabbles between the pit bulls and the controversy. I thought that was kind of hilarious.
Yeah.
I just
and people thought it was real that night. I don't know that night at Reno's when we turned heel on each other or whatever.
Oh god.
There's people in the audience are like, "Is this real? Should we like help everybody out or whatever?" Like, someone's like, "No, it's just an act. It's pretty cool." So yeah, we're cool with the pit bulls. We love the pit bulls. We're a great family. Dave's a good friend of mine. You're a good friend of mine. Everyone's a good friend of mine.
Yeah, man. It's all
fun and games.
Yeah, man. We're all a big, lovely family. Kind of on the late side for it, but I've been going to a good number of punk shows, like punk shows and hardcore shows actually. Rita and I went to go see Hunt the Dinosaur with Dispositions and Renatus, and God, the energy in that was ridiculous. And one thing, I would like, obviously for next year, not because we're kind of already. I think all the slots are pretty much taken at this point. So. Like next year, I was thinking like.
Not being rude. Just go ahead, watch.
I think a really great idea, I guess, for next time. I mean, it is called the Metal Fest, but I mean, some of those bands like Hunt the Dinosaur and Dispositions, they bring people. I feel like if we have like, for example, like we're playing with some of the Human Condition at Ruins that night. And I don't remember what show it was, but they played at the Rail Club, and they were like the opening act. And I think it was for like some sort of like hardcore fest or whatever that was going on with a lot of big hardcore names. And I remember they played first, and it was like I think it was either Rail Club or it was Gas Monkey Live. They played one of those two. I'm thinking Rail Club, but I remember Michael Hildreth I think got a picture of the crowd, and it was early. It had to be like between the hours like 2 and 5, and that place was filled. It was fucking filled. And, and Southford Human Condition kind of tailors to that kind of style, though they're not exactly that style. They kind of tailor to it, and they play shows with those kinds of bands. Punk bands like fucking Blood Out, I did try to get on for this. And we have a couple other punk bands, though, that are playing this. So I feel like next year,
They played the Pitbull's anniversary. That was awesome performance. That was even amazing. I've never seen it before.
Dude, they're ridiculously good, man. Like that song Dallas Punks is probably like the anthem for punks in the scene.
Awesome.
Yeah, and they released a killer album last year. I mean, 2018 was a solid fucking year for CD releases. I mean, from Interment, Iron Destruction, Chemicals, Protest, Exploder, like Imperial Slaughter, Bozo. I mean, God, you just so much. And a lot of those bands are going to be represented properly. You got to pick up those CDs if you're there. Holy shit. But this is ironically enough because I'm one of the promoters now, thanks to you, for this year. And ironically enough, what got me inspired to get off my ass and finally try to bring back what I tried to start in high school, Skull Archer, was because I was at the Metal Fest, 2016, both nights. And no, all 3 nights, because there was a Sunday night.
There was, yeah.
Yeah, there was a Sunday night, and I went to it, and I was already really fucked up from the first 2 days, and Nathan was getting really fucked up and trying to, at this time, try to get under this woman's panties who was going there. I love you, buddy. Faith, don't kill him. This was 2016. And I'm like, man, you trying to get me drunk a third day in a row? I can't. I saw after I saw Chemicals, I think I left because I was already just so fucked up and sick.
Damn, you missed Mastering, right? Or no?
I did,
okay.
But I'll definitely be able to catch them again. I missed Sacrificial Slaughter too, and I heard they were really good.
They're always awesome.
Yeah, I think the drummer is also the drummer in KTCM. That already fucking sells me, But I mean, we have all these different acts coming from all these other, like, from different states and all over from Texas. And man, it's we have Tyler Berry as well, who's one of the promoters. Got Matt Atkins, got Angie with Explosive Entertainment. For some reason, there's no Exploder. I thought the whole point of explosive entertainment was the bug exploder. I'm joking, Andy.
I wish it. Yeah.
I'm joking, Andy. Don't cuss me out again on Facebook.
Yeah.
God. Anyway, so how many bands are in the DMS championship?
Well, back to that. Yeah, I'm glad you brought it back. The reason why I'm on the phone, like, this weird motherfucker, why is he on the phone? You know, well, you're going to be the first person to see the championship belt. It's a picture, not the actual. So no one's seen this yet except my sister and myself. So
okay.
And my sister was the one that actually threw money into helping it get made. So thank you, sis. Here it is. I'll show it.
Oh,
so yeah.
Yo. Okay, that's lit. That's lit. Fuck yeah.
And Jonathan from Assam actually designed this, actually.
Oh shit! Cool.
So he's pretty.
It's like in a. You can actually like.
Yeah, you can actually wear it.
Oh, dude! Hell yeah!
I'm hoping it gets here in time because like I'm getting nervous now.
Yeah.
haven't gotten the mail yet.
I remember the one thing that like because we always get into about MMA and wrestling. One thing wrestling always has done better than MMA is fucking belts. UFC belts are okay. Like
I like it actually.
The original belt design is cool. The new ones are so fucking corny.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, you get the shit kicked out of you for like 5+ years, working through an amateur career, getting up to professionals, getting battered by world-class motherfuckers, and you get a corny-ass belt for it.
Yeah.
God, man. Like, but wrestling has always had these really crazy, intricate belts, especially WCW back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
Had fucking crazy good belts. And like the old UFC belts were kind of cool back then because it had like the dude like doing that. But that's kind of that kind of reminds me of like early ECW.
Yeah.
Kind of like the Von Erichs and shit when they all had titles. I think like at least 3 of them had titles at the same time. I don't even fucking remember. I drive by their house all the time when I go visit my grandma in Paris. It's like off the road, off of I don't even fucking remember, but like it's like exit 100 on I-30, and you just take that all the way through Commerce and shit. Like you will eventually like drive by their house, like where they used to live back in the day.
Oh wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy. All these acres of land and everything. So what are all the venues that are included for the Deep Ellum Metal Fest this year?
For example, Friday we have Trees that just added late last month.
Yep.
So it's Trees, Whitson, and they're upstairs, which has always been a popular destination to go.
For everyone but the bands have to carry gear up there.
Yeah, yeah. It's a pain. I had to carry like a PA system during her one time. Like he was a pain in the ass. So
yeah.
The bands that do play upstairs, thank you. You know, a little extra thank you for you because I know it's a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
But it's always worth it at the end. Like
yeah.
It's like the most popular spot sometimes, if not. You know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I get you.
But like I said, anyways, Whitson, RBC, which is their return to the Metal Fest.
Red Blood Club.
If you want to call it that. There's always debate, what do you call it now?
Root Beer Club. It's Root Beer Club.
Yeah, Woo!
They're going to hate me now for that. You're never allowed in here.
RBC is only Saturday. Trees is only Friday, so keep that in mind. We have, what else do we have? Ruins. I'm so excited about that. I haven't seen the show there yet.
Ruins.
Heard good things about it.
Yeah. So when I went to that show, I remember when Volta was playing. They had like a projector, like an actual fucking projector, like what you see at school and shit, at like public schools. And dude, they were playing fucking Robot Chicken behind it while they were playing, and it was hilarious. It was like season 1. It was so fucking cool. Before that, they were showing like old school Gundam. I don't know, like it definitely has like a really dark vibe. It's really chill. Definitely go out to that. Scorch is playing second night on that night, and we're excited. I think we go on like 11, so definitely catch that. God, I'm actually really appreciative of that because I felt like last year I'm like, man, 8:30, what? I was like yelling at all my bandmates like, what is this shit, man? What are we gonna? But they got calling me down like Billy. Next Metal Fest. We're gonna
get that
slot.
If you're playing 8:30, that's not necessarily a bad thing.
No, of course, no, yeah. No, I was proven wrong that night
because we have lots of bands playing what people would normally consider, shitty slots, which are not. For Metal Fest, it's different from Metal Fest because people show up early. It's
not like Fort Worth Metal Fest where fucking Black Chamber goes on at 2 or 2:30, and they started letting people in at 2, right when they're playing. So they are playing while people are slowly getting in. So by the time like half the people got in the fucking venue, from what I heard, they were done.
No.
Because they got fucked over. Yeah, like, you know, and I love Fort Worth Metal Fest, but I definitely felt like that was a really fucking bad move. Because, like half the people in this Black Chamber, like, and they sold tickets. Like, come on, don't do that. But, yeah, like, there is really no shaping. I was just like, oh, what the fuck, we were gonna literally, you know, like, I don't know, like, I was like...
We have Fleshwater playing, like, early, this year, and they're like a real popular band.
Oh, dude, Fleshwater's ridiculously sick. You have where they're playing. They're doing Red Blood Club on Saturday, and they're with fucking Architectural Genocide. I think Limit Configuration, which they're good. I saw them last night. It's fucking phenomenal. Yeah, Skrlage, shout out, buddy. April 6th, we're gonna fuck it up in Denon. But then like a Steinax and you know Silo ends off the night. Actually, Kenny just gave me, last time he came up through here, he gave me their older CD from 2013. God, it slaps. I know he wasn't on that album, but it was still really good, really fucking heavy and groovy. And he showed me some shit that they've been working on recently. And it's nuts. We're going to be having a new song too, actually.
Hell yeah.
We've only played it once. We played it in February when we did that Silence to Witness show with Reclamation, the one that Cam booked us on. Yeah, we did that. We played it there, but we didn't really play in front of really anyone. I think there was like 12 people in the venue the entire time. But, you know, whatever. But that means a lot of people haven't heard it yet. And Kenny puts a shit ton of blast beats in this one. They're sporadic and they're randomly put. So it's gonna fuck your mind up. And it's like, because you know, Drill the Hunt, like that little 40-second song we have. Well, everyone's like, why don't you make it longer, Billy? It's so good. Like, well, because the point is it's supposed to be 40 seconds. So this song is like, what if we actually just extended it just to please people? So we didn't extend Drill the Hunt, but we kind of just gave people like a what if to just a completely different song. So catch that too. I mean, we got a lot of crazy bands. Though Delton, listen, bud, Beer Break plays at a pizza joint Friday. You can't throw up at a pizza joint.
I talked to him about that already.
You can't do it. Please.
Yes, we forgot to mention Stone Deck Pizza as a part of the festival.
Yeah.
Which is very, I know, kind of weird for some. Like, why not? You know, like.
You eat pizza, fuck it. Eat pizza.
Yeah, we eat pizza. It's one of my favorite places. The staff is awesome. Some of the staff people are metalheads. So
yeah.
If you've ever been there, great food. There'll be some bands playing there. Make sure
you got EV playing there on Saturday night. New logo, holla. About fucking time, right? Fucking, I'm tired of that fucking logo. They've been using it for 10 fucking years.
Yeah.
I'm so happy that they moved on. Quit living in the past, Brandon. I love you, but stop. You know, and you know, you even have people like pulling double duty. Like Reed's gonna be playing with Apophis and then us at night. And then when we're done with Skull Archer, Candy has to go jog to RBC to go hit up with Silo, but we've already kind of figured all that out. We're just going to take both their sets, both the drum sets.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I try to make it possible for everybody.
It's all good. But, you know, I guess one little issue has, like, you know, RBC's a little bit out of the way compared to all the other places because you have to walk a little bit more. But I was telling people, man, it's not really that.
Not really, no. Stone Deck's right there, you know, you just go, you know, if you have your Stone Deck and... Yeah. Ruins is not too far.
Yeah, no, I always just thought that Ruins is like between the Bomb Factory and Brain Dead. Because like you have like those two big ass streets and then that little street. And it's like on that little street.
Yeah. Speaking of Brain Dead, Tyler Berry's throwing the pre-show the night before it all happens. It's Thursday night.
Dimef and
Disentombed.
Yes.
Yes, and
super heavy thrash band.
Free, cut no cover. You know, always a good show, always a good time. You know.
I'm glad he's bringing those back. I know it's hard to book that on a weekly basis. I was surprised.
And then during winter time too.
Yeah, I was surprised he did it consistently for so long. I remember the first time I saw Combine was at a fucking Brain Dead show. It was 18 degrees with a hard wind chill, really hard wind chill, and oh my god. Like, no one moshed because it was just so cold. I was like huddled up and shit. None of us really moshed until fucking the Dan was like, this is all fucking pit bulls. He like points to me. I'm like, oh shit. I like undo my sweater to show my shirt. Oh man, that was a golden moment. And that's what this fest is all about creating golden moments, creating memories for everyone to look back on. And this is also a great thing for promoters, whether, I'm not just talking about us, I'm talking about in general, like if you're like booking shows and you come and you see bands you never saw before and you like them, boom, you have more options now to talk to.
Yeah.
Really, this is kind of like a win-win for everyone because we all get to showcase why our scene's the best in the country, because I wholeheartedly think it's the best in the country. And this is someone who's been trying to like research other scenes like in New York and Cali and Arizona, all that shit. And we have a scene. We do. And we're very fucking lucky to be a part of it.
And I think we'll be the only scene that has a champion, actually.
Yeah.
I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed that the belt comes in time.
Yeah, for sure. So, going back again, because, so do we know how many bands are going to be participating in it?
Oh, man. It's going to be at least 15, you know?
Okay. Okay, hell yeah.
I think so. But there's going to be like 3 judges, so it's not me picking anybody, so nobody can say, oh, it's biased over there. There's going to be 3 judges in referee shirts, so make sure you look for guys in referee shirts.
Oh, shit.
They're the judges, and it should be pretty cool. Whoever wins the belt, they're going to have to probably defend that belt in a future show.
Oh, shit.
So, it's some things to look forward to that. You'll see what we're doing with that.
So as far as the staff team goes, because I'm gonna shut them out real quick. Again, we got us, we got Angie Foster, we got Tyler Berry, we got Matt Atkins, and we got Jen as well. She's your right hand for this part.
Pretty much, yeah. She's going to be taking some headaches off of me that night. So like,
there you go. Just throw it on her.
Well, you know what? No one's going to argue with a cute chick, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, don't argue with me. Oh, how dare you, or whatever.
Yeah.
Or how come you don't watch us, or whatever. Like,
yeah.
You know? So, any questions can be directed towards her too at that night, especially. So.
Yep. Another thing I wanted to get into about, kind of a little unrelated to the scene, but I definitely wanted to get your take on it. The Clubhouse. You have had a deal with the Clubhouse with DMS, where DMS had a show. You go with your wristband there and get half off the cover. Now, if you live under a rock, the Clubhouse is closed down officially. It's been bought out, and new management has arrived and has changed the place entirely. It's, I think, called Ace, which is like a chain, apparently. I've never heard of it before. I mean, I really don't visit strip clubs a whole lot anyway. But was the closing of the Clubhouse surprising to you at all? Did you see it coming? Or, I don't know, just want to get your take on it.
Clubhouse, first of all, like you said, it's caught me by surprise, you know. I mean, like you said, anything can happen in this scene, you know, like Curtain Club caught everybody off guard.
Yeah, I did.
You know,
I thought it was going to be around for a lot longer.
You know, and it's so iconic, Curtain Club. It's been around for like 20 years, you know, same as Clubhouse.
Yeah.
And so, like, anything can happen. So we were caught off guard, you know. I mean, maybe people who worked there knew more than we did. It did have its moments where it struggled, you know.
Yeah.
Like all places do.
Yeah, of course.
Needed improvements, like all places, some places do. So I'm not here to talk bad or anything.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, you know, the obvious. And those people were my friends, and I don't know what to say, but call me off guard on that question.
I'm sorry. I just, you know, I personally feel like, you know, I feel like where the fault kind of lies in, because there was a lot of people trying to throw mud at that situation. I forgot what dancer said it. I think her name was Harley. I could be wrong. I don't know a whole lot.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah, but I remember she said a lot of people, or a good group of people who went there, treated it like a Pantera shrine. Like when you walked in there, you walked into like Pantera history. Like this is where Vinny and Dime hung out back in the day. They owned this, you know. And so people just kind of wanted, I guess, the air of like, wow, I'm here. This is like the Pantera owned strip club. And I really feel like there wasn't an emphasis on supporting or, you know, giving your or allowing the dancers there to provide their services for you, because that's what strip clubs are for. I've taken some of my friends to other strip clubs for their birthdays, because normally when I go to strip clubs I do that. That's like, you know, like when I got, like when it was Mickey's birthday, it was Nathan's birthday, I took them both to the strip club, you know, to Clubhouse. And I just remember that night, both of those nights, we were just trying to help everyone out, have beers for the dancers, let them do their services, have them go on their way. But I've always noticed that when you're looking around
legal services, by the way.
Legal services, yes, of course.
Yeah.
I don't partake. I haven't partaken in a while because I am happily taken by some crazy chick in Amarillo who's probably going to kill me. Anyway, one thing I just noticed though was sitting there was just like everyone was just staring at the walls, like, oh dude, look at this shirt album, brother, it's platinum shit right there. And it's like if that's what you're fucking here for, go to a fucking music museum. I really feel like Harley hit the nail on the head when she said people weren't going there to give the strippers what they wanted. They went there to go look at the wall. And say what you will, that's just my take.
I had a little beef with one of the comments though. It was like, it blamed like the entire metal scene.
Oh no! No.
I get it. There's some valid points. Like you can't expect something to survive if it doesn't.
Yeah.
If no one's supporting it,
Yeah.
All I'm more to say is like I don't think that was a fair statement. I get it. Some of it is true, but there's more to it.
Of course. It's a strip club.
Think about metalheads. Metalheads, if you notice, this is not talking bad about metalheads, by the way, is when you go to Deep Ellum for a show, or even Fort Worth or wherever, then your mind's made up of what you're going to spend, or maybe you're on a budget. So you arrive to Deep Ellum, you pay $10 to park, you pay $10 to get into Reno's or Curtain Club or wherever. That's already $20 you spent the first 10 minutes you're in Deep Ellum.
Yeah.
Then you're buying a drink and a shot. If you have a date, you're buying 2 drinks, 2 shots, whatever. Another $10. So that's $30 the first 20 minutes in Deep Ellum.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to buy the shirts, a band T-shirt, or a CD.
10.
That's another 10 or 15, So you're spending $50, $60 the first 30 minutes of being there.
Yeah.
And by the time 2 a.m. hits, you spend a $50 tab at the bar.
Yeah.
And now you're like, what do I want to do? Do I want to go to a strip club after hours?
Yeah, I get it.
So that's why I always try to pressure them, like, dude, the $10, half off, we got to stick with that. If you want the metal scene to come out, because they spend already a lot of money deep on parking and food and whatnot.
Yeah.
So
I get it.
I get what you're saying, but sometimes it wasn't always the case for metal.
There is a bigger discussion to be had if there is going to be one. I do feel like she was pretty valid on some of her points. I also do understand where you're coming from as well. I do feel like when you are a grizzled veteran of the scene and you have more of the merch than newer comers do, that you're going to be spending a little less money. I know personally, man, ever since getting kicked out of Reno's last June, because I was just way too intoxicated. That fucking asshole threw me the fucking gel pit, so I had all rights to punch him. I don't think anyone's going to disagree with that. But I understand why they had to kick me out. But I don't think anyone's like, yeah, you shouldn't have punched him. I'm like, yeah, I would have done it too. But I get it. So after that, I'm kind of like, I'm just going to... I set myself on a limit now for a tab. Like, I don't spend more than $25. If I do drink, I don't spend more than $25. So I won't buy you your shot unless I'm already like $5 in it, and maybe I will. But I kind of just stopped because I think my tab that night was like, and I didn't buy drinks for nobody. My tab was like $65, and that's like that was fucked up, Bill, because I didn't understand anything. I apparently I was kicking chairs over. Like what the fuck?
I try to budget my tab now too. I think my biggest tab ever was $200 at Trees.
Oh shit! that's at least 10 drinks at Trees. No, I'm joking.
No, what's funny is what's funny is like when I'm drunk or in a good mood, or I'm always in a good mood when I'm drunk, but I get friendly. Like, I don't know who you are, I'm buying you a shot. Shots for everybody, so.
Yeah. I'm kind of that way too. Like, oh dude, great performance, come here, buy me a drink.
Yeah.
Nathan does it too. Actually, I remember one time, Psychiatric Regurgitation was playing at Reno's, and Nathan was there, and I remember Nathan, and like tried to ask Dylan if he wanted a shot, and Dylan was like, yeah man, I'll take a shot, and then like he would do one, and then like Nathan would ask him, he was like, no man, I'm good. Like 5 minutes, like, hey, ready? I totally jump on that shot, and just back and forth for like the next hour and a half. You just saw these dudes running back and forth to the bar. It's fucking hilarious Because Dylan played so drunk, but it was great. It was still fucking great, and that dude's fucking fantastic. They also put out a really good split with Wormchasm. God, that was really good. What was that first song? You heard it, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the first song off that off their side of the split on Holiday Apparition, like 3 minutes 40 seconds into that first song. It's like that really fucking crunchy, thrashy breakdown they do. Gosh, those two. But man, those two were meant to do a fucking split together. They're like that.
Oh yeah.
Like they all know how to play each other's sets, essentially. So it just makes.
I tried to get Wormchasm on, but I forgot what happened.
Oh,
Steven, look at you.
Yeah, Steven, goddamn it.
By the way, quick thing before I forget. For those that want a little taste of what some bands sound like, there is a Spotify. If you type in Deep Ellum Metal Fest, I forgot who.
I think I saw it before, but most bands will have.
That's true too. Yeah.
Yeah, like Bandcamp's up. Even look up on YouTube because like Skull Archer is exclusively on YouTube. Like our demos on YouTube, that old one we did back in 2017. All the live videos are there for us. Like our first show ever in its entirety, where I wore the fucking weird face paint.
Yeah.
There's one recent one that we did a video on for the February show that was posted on the Facebook page. I think almost all of those bands, except for the ones that probably just formed last year, will at least have something for you to look at. And what I always recommend people is the week before, or like just before you go, what I did for 2016 is I saw all the set lists, okay, and I took a piece of paper and I listened to everyone. And okay, I'm like, okay, who am I gonna go see at the 8 o'clock slot? And I'm like, okay, cool, I'll go see Silo. And then, oh, cool, Splatterfish is playing. They're called Splatterfish at the time. Silver Tongue Devil, so stuff like that. Listen to them, map out where you want to go, and just be prepared. And it's going to be a great fucking time because you have so many options to choose from, and really, I wish I could be at more than one place at the same time because I'm going to be missing some great bands because I want to go see other great bands.
Yeah.
But the great thing is that most of the bands, if not all the bands that are booked on this fest, do regularly book with Joseph, me, or Matt, or Tyler, or Angie. So, I mean, you have all these opportunities to see these guys. And this is a really great way for you to learn about new bands. Also a great way to support the bands that you know about and that you love. And, fifth year, man. What's the future for DEMF going onward?
Well, let's go back a year though.
Okay.
First of all,
2018.
About Clubhouse. I love those guys. We miss the Clubhouse.
Yes.
You can also catch some of the girls working for me at Deep Ellum Metal Fest this year, by the way. So we're going to have a couple of the girls there working the show. So it'll be pretty cool. See some familiar faces.
Do you mean like how Valkyrie did like the dancing thing for Sardonic Witchery?
It's not going to be dancing more. It's going to be like more actual.
Okay.
You'll see.
Okay, I think that was just a one-off she did because I think they asked her about it. I remember seeing that video of that. That was actually really cool.
You need someone to carry the title, right? So,
yeah.
You'll see the championship, so.
For sure. It's gonna
the UFC has a ring girl. Why can't the Metal Fest have a ring girl,
Oh, there you go. Dude, I love the UFC ring girls, but we need more. Like, I'm tired. I love Brittany, but I see Brittany all the time. Like, I mean, it's like the thing that matters least to me because, I'm there to see the fucking world fucking class professional assassins assassinate the shit out of each other in there. But I remember watching, when it was Anderson Silva versus Israel Adesanya, like a couple pay-per-views ago. Big deal fight. And I just remember I was really high at that restaurant. And I saw Brittany walking around the octagon. I'm like, why the fuck is Brittany walking around the octagon? We need more chicks. Yeah. My friend looked at me like, dude, that's like the least thing that matters. Like, don't you want to see these dudes? Yes, I do, but like, I want to see a new ass.
Yeah.
Come on. But honestly, dude, I think the way you're doing this is actually really great. It's also really cool just getting other promoters like myself involved. Like, cause this is, in a way, this is like my first actual booking of actual bands. So I guess a couple of questions I have.
First of all, let's go back to the 1 year ago.
Okay, yeah.
Because you asked what's going to happen in the future.
Yeah, my bad. Go everywhere.
1 year ago, me too. I'm that way. 1 year ago, almost didn't happen. Metal Fest 2018 didn't almost happen.
Yeah, we had to light a fire on your ass.
And remember, I announced to the scene that I wanted to retire last year. And with the whole situation at Reno's, I'm not going to get into it that much, but
yeah,
it kind of motivated me to, you know what, I'm sticking around for at least a little while. You know, I do want to retire from the scene one day, you know.
Yeah.
But anyways, back to it. Last year's Metal Fest didn't almost happen. It did. This year's Metal Fest, I was on the table about it, or whatever you want to call it. Like, I was still unsure. And so I said, you know what, fuck it, let's do it. You know, it's something we all look forward to every year. It's a great event, you know. Deep Ellum is constantly changing. It's always a fancy bar here, or I call them douchebag bars, you know. They're all popping up everywhere. Venues are closing, you know, so we don't know how long the metal scene is going to survive in Deep Ellum. That's the mindset sometimes. It's only alive if you continue it to live on, you know?
Yeah, because the scene is people, not buildings.
People panic. Oh, current club's closing. Oh, we're fucked.
But the thing is like, and I was trying to tell people this too, like, I had so many great memories at the current club. It was such a great venue. Okay, all the memories you have of the current club wasn't because of the current club itself, but because of the people that you were interacting with in the club. I was trying to beat that into people. I'm like, the people that are there, the people that you're interacting with there, and the bands you see there is what's making the current club experience. It's not the venue itself. You walk into the venue itself with no one but you. It's an empty stage and a bar and chairs and desk. What makes places great are the people that go there, and that's us. You know, places are going to close.
But they also have some sentimental value to you.
Of course.
Like, that's where I got my first BJ in the current club drafting or whatever. You know,
yeah, no, I get it. Yeah.
That's an example, by the way.
No, yeah, I get it, because like the first time I broke my nose was at the Road Club.
Yeah.
Deep Ellum, the Fort Worth Fest. The one with Dark Funeral.
Reno's was where DMS started, you know?
Yeah.
And if Reno's was to get knocked down, you know, I'll admit, you know, despite our differences now, I would be heartbroken in a way, you know, like, oh,
Yeah.
that's where DMS started. That's where I got my chance, you know?
Yeah.
So, current club closing is...
One thing we do need to point out, because I've been asked it before and you've been asked it too, Reno's is not a part of the Metal Fest, though there is a show going on there Friday, I believe. It is not a part of the Metal Fest. Your wristband that you get and your ticket that you get for the Metal Fest does not work at Reno's. Just remember that if you're too drunk, you're like, I'm going to go see Fall in Europa at Reno's. And you walk in, and Tracy's gonna be like, no, dude, what the fuck are you doing? Because, like, it's not a part. So just remember that.
Contrary to what people were saying, that me not including Reno's was a big fuck you to them, actually it's not fully true. It's actually, before I quit Reno's, I asked to see if that date was available, and it wasn't, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So wasn't like I tried when I first was there, but
it is a good show. Fall Europa is releasing a CD that night, but I'm not here to promote that. I did have them on; they're great guys. You will get an album review when it comes out when I get my hands on it. So last year it almost didn't happen. This year you were kind of on the fence about it, but it happened again. Yeah. And I mean, we put on a really good fucking lineup of absolutely monstrous bands. I forgot what I asked you, other than the future of the EMF. I was going to ask you something else, and I forgot what I asked because I said it out loud. I'm the worst at this.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. It's all good. So, Friday, the 22nd, and Saturday, the 23rd of March.
The pre-show 21st.
Yep, and the pre-show 21st at Brain Dead Brewing. Going to be a 3-day fucking monster stacker. Come on out, see your favorite bands, see new bands you've never seen before. Oh, one thing I want to ask you real quick is when it comes to tickets, for the bands who are selling tickets, where do they go to give you that money? Do they go try to find you? Do they just go to the door person at the venue they're playing at? How are we going to do this?
Everybody should just stay. If you're on Facebook, just follow the event page.
Yeah. Everything's
going to be set on there. You know where to go. You know, for tickets or turn-in tickets. Where to go your set times, you're already on there. But load-in times will be announced, if not already. Not sure if it's.
I just recommend all the bands get there super fucking early because you have.
Parkings are crazy in Deep Ellum. Whether you're in a band or going just for fun, get there early because parking is like.
I told people. I told my guys. I told my guys to get there by 4:30 or 5. Just to fucking.
Not that early. But
No, dude. We tried to get there at 6 in 20.
We were just open by then, so I think you're okay there. But like. Current club's open not till like 7.
Not to load in, but to at least just park your vehicle and just go bullshit around a little bit. Because I remember we tried to do it at 6. Like we tried to get at 6, we couldn't find a fucking spot. We had to go drive all the way back to that Italian restaurant and park there. And that still had a lot of spots, but we were able to park there. But we just had to run to these drums all the way down that alley to Reno's that night. I remember that wasn't fun. But
and by the way, me dealing with money, it might not be me. It might be like Jen, for example.
Yeah.
So Jen's pretty much like the GM, acting as GM for this event. I'm more behind the scenes, so.
There you go.
I might be locked in a office somewhere hidden.
There you go. Leave me alone. Don't ask me any more questions. Done. Joseph, thanks for doing this, man. I appreciate it. Thank you for having DFW Metal Mayhem on as a promoter. We greatly appreciate it. Be on the lookout for that Metal Fest next week. Be there. It's the biggest fucking local event that we have this year, and it always has been every time it's come up, and it's an absolute fucking baller. This coming up album review episode is going to be the top 5 albums of 2018. Since I already reviewed all the major ones in place, I'm going to be doing a top 5 countdown from there. And once I announce that, you'll just have to see what I have in store for you. Because I did something last night behind the scenes, and it will be announced very soon. So keep on the loop on that. This has been DFW Metal Mayhem, the most brutal podcast in the Metroplex with DMS Productions. I'm fucking Joseph Cabrera. Fucking let's go. We will see you next week.